Hi, it's Barrett Hoskins with Benjamin Marcus Homes, and I'm back here at 1000 Goldeneye Drive in Mallard Pond. We're standing here inside the foundation, and now that it's dug and we have the footers poured, we want to talk a little bit about what we do in this stage of the process. At Benjamin Marcus Homes, we always oversize your footers. A typical footer size might be 10 inches by 20 inches. In this house, we've decided to do a 12-inch by 24-inch footer, which is oversized to take the weight of this house, as well as to ensure no settlement in the future. We want your house to last as long as possible and make an investment for 30, 50, or even 100 years. I'm now going to bring in Greg McCalip, our project manager for this site. He has over 40 years of new construction experience. He's going to tell us why the footers are so important and go on to the next steps of the process.
The reason why we oversize the footer here is to give as much available earth to distribute the weight of the building, so we have less pounds per square inch on the soil, which supports your footer, which holds up your foundation and thus your entire house. After the footer cures, we will start building the walls and forming them in, installing rebar, which is a vertical and horizontal support. We'll pour this foundation. It's a 10-inch thick foundation, one solid pour, so there's no cold joints, and then that will cure for a day or two. We will strip the foundation walls and then start the waterproofing process.
Excellent. Now, why are cold seams so bad to have in a poured wall foundation?
You can develop a crack in the future if it's not keyed and rotted together. So you would need to almost engineer it if you were going to have a cold joint. This way it is one continuous pour and you don't have that issue.
Excellent. Now that we've discussed the perimeter walls for the foundation and footers, we really want to talk about the pads that are underneath. These pads are poured here to carry the weight of your first and second floor with the downward force onto these concrete pads. These pads are oversized because we know that we're going to have a double steel beam coming through here to carry the weight again of your first and second floor. This house is very large, so we've really oversized everything we need to ensure that you get no settlement in the future.
These pads are not just thrown in here randomly. They're engineered so that they're carrying where the bulk of your load is from upstairs, bearing walls, your roof load, any stairwells, things like that go all the way through. So they are there for a reason in a certain area. They are big. The steer column might be 3 to 4 inches, but it's carrying a lot of weight. So the wider or bigger the square of the pier is, the more displacement you have for the weight.
We're back here in our foundation at 1000 Goldeneye Drive in Mallard Pond. Now that the footers are poured, we're getting ready to set our forms for the poured wall foundation. These forms were just delivered and will provide a 10-foot ceiling height in the basement.